Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the natural gas, gold commodities, and silver, and the US dollar update. So today we'll be looking at support and resistance levels for these ones, as well as the most likely scenario where the price will be heading into later this week. So yesterday we talked about this equilibrium tightening range forming, and today we actually broke out of it. So you can see we have resistance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and today broke out of it. Support zone, and a whole bunch back in here as well. So six touches, and looks like we finally broken out of it after a 3 months sideways a chop zone. But we are still in the 3 month sideways zone, though. We're just at the top of that range. Even though we broke out of that equilibrium, that's now we are testing that 2.85 zone of the top of the sideways zone. So we'll see if we can end up breaking that there this week. So you guys know how I talk about trend changes all the time, because it forms more stronger supports along the way. How important they are. So we formed a daily uptrend here for the very first time, and I said that chances of us breaking this equilibrium now increases a lot due to that probability of daily uptrend versus something over here. They shot up 25% move with no daily uptrend. Same thing over here. Another 20% move with no daily uptrend. You can see we just give it all back, right? So now we have more structure forming along the way. This is the pivot set, another one with pivot set here. And now we have broken above it. Take a look, zoom in to see what happened when we broke above it around 7.75. So on the 50-minute chart, 7.75 right there. So okay, very clear. You can see that 7.75 roughly around this area. Okay, so we broke right there. You can see right in the morning, we tested it. Just a slight rejection here. And you can see when we broke above it and back tested it. So, okay, so we got our best case scenario yesterday. You guys can know how I talked about it with that hourly bull flag at the same time confirming the breakouts. So we had where is it? 55. This is the 5 minutes. Here. Okay, so yesterday this was the bull flag. Back tested it, held the support. Double bottom there on the 5 minute, held support. Bounce off of that and rejection initially from 7.75. Out of it, back tested it. So the best case scenario we talked about yesterday is that we get a bull break with increasing bull volume and then back test that. Prior resistance now becoming support. That marine looking equilibrium. Back test at 7.75. And you can see once we bounce off of that, meaning bulls are serious about taking this higher, after back testing break of resistance here, now needs to act as support, giving bulls more confident to buy this. So you can see even more increase in bull volume after we back tested that. So I talked about that yesterday, where you guys can add right after we back tested it, break above the prior candle, which is roughly around this area, 7.7, and have a nice move up. And usually day traders take profit after a decent move, and because we don't know in the long run where it's going to go. But in the short term, we can play off the momentum, and the chances of it going higher was a lot more clear after backtesting it. So that's a good sign. And unfortunately, we did not get over this 2.85 4 tries, but we are still in striking distance. So it doesn't mean it's game over for the bulls at the moment. But we do have 4 rejections. So still potential a hourly bull flag here, another one. So we'll see if this one can confirm, because we are still above 0.382, meaning this, as long as it's above 0.382, it's an hourly bull flag. So you can see it's a 4-hour bull flag. It's also a 4-hour bull flag. I like it more on the 4-hour, but we will see if it confirms, because we can actually pull back right all the way to 0.382, which means it's 38.2% of the initial move. That is at 2.81. And we can bounce around here, form that flag, and then head higher. That will be a confirmed break of the bull flag, as well as confirmed break of this 2.86 sideways range. You can see we have been rejecting from here forever. Rejection, rejection, rejection. I'll count this as a rejection too, because it's a straight up and then straight shot down into down all the way down here. So yeah, we pretty much don't really have anything above 2.86, any kind of structure. Maybe like one of those candles, but next thing you know, next day is down here. So don't really have any volume up there. So if we do break above that and back test it and form a decent structure up here, then this may be a new potential level where net gas may set itself up to a new range. You can see once we broke out of this lower level here, we set a new level around this zone. So potentially if we do break above this level, we may set a new level around here and potentially continue to trade at this marine looking support zone upwards. So we'll see if that happens or not. So far looking good. Yeah, good sign that we broke above that. And early trend will continue to be our guide as long as we form bull flags and another bull flags. There is no concerns at the moment, other than that 4 rejections from that 2.86 zone. But that is the last resistance we got to break. So we'll see if the bulls can pull it off. They're slightly, let's see on the daily, slightly overbought on the hourly. So a couple of consolidation chop around here is normal. On the daily, we still got a lot of room to go before we get overbought. So yeah, that pretty much, that's the resistance I'm looking at. Can bulls break that resistance or not? Been trying for a couple months. Let's see if the bulls can pull it off. Let me see on the 15 minutes here. Yeah, still in striking distance. So not that far off, 1% away. So ideally tomorrow, we hold this sideways range while it consolidates. It could be like a falling wedge. It'll look like this. Lower, 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 lower. And then doesn't go below the bull flag zone. So it doesn't go below 0.382, 38.2%. So ideally it goes like that. Sideways forming that flag. And then when it breaks out of that falling wedge, I want to see volume, bull volume come in. So we can test this 2.86 again to see if we can break that above that. So that's the most ideal scenario that we want to see. Bulls. See if we get that ideal scenario. We did get the ideal scenario for today on that back test. You can see perfect back test, beautiful, beautiful breakout back test of that marine looking resistance, and then above. Perfect. That marine looking line is this line, so you can see right there when we back tested it in that 15-minute chart, that area right there. All right, let's take a look at UNG. UNG. Let's see here. Have we broken above? No, UNG just shy of breaking slightly above this downtrending marine looking line. We'll see if they can do some catch up after net gas breaks 2.86 or not. So you can see this one's more a visual guy for me. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Support, 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 support. So it's a falling wedge. It's a big one. And we're still currently in it. We're still under that 7.17. 7.17 is similar zone for net gases, 2.86. Although it should have been up here, but UNG has been a little bit weaker. So UNG is the tradable ticker for net gas. And we'll see if it can break above here or not. Let's see here. Yeah, so once UNG breaks this today's top 7.13 as well as the 7.17, we'll have a lot less resistance above it, and it should move more substantially after that. So now we are still under this heavy volume zone. You can see all these volumes traded in this zone. So when there's more volumes in one area, it's tougher to get out of it or to slice through it. So if there's less volume, it'll be easier to slice through it. But We'll see if it does or not soon. So if we break out of that, then we're looking back up at 7.6 now. Hourly, see even more signs here. Yeah, it's pretty much a perfect rejection off of that Merriman looking downtrending line. So we'll see if it can shape up tomorrow or not. But this is a bigger pullback than natural gas. It was similar in the morning, but then this pullback was 1.6%. It's not in a bull flag anymore because we have pulled over 50%, but still in striking distance as well, but is a lot more pullback than the bulls want to see. But we still have a chance to head here and retest it again tomorrow if net gas shows some strength. Yeah, if net gas breaks tomorrow, this 2.86, then a good chance that UNG could break 7.17. But we don't know if it's going to break or not because this one has been, I say we do have a good chance, but we've been rejecting for 3 months. So we'll see if the bulls can come in. But this is the very first time that we tested it and then held in striking distance. You can see every time we test this, right, pretty much flush like 5% all the way and from it. So this is the very first time net gas has tested that 2.86 and held in striking distance at close. Personally, because I think a structure is forming while we're going up, and we're breaking some key resistance at the same time. That's why there was more bulls interested here, potentially longer term. That's why we didn't hit the resistance and then hit it all the way down like these ones, where it just flushes after we hit the resistance. That's a good sign, meaning that we have a chance, higher chance tomorrow, where we may test that resistance again, which UNG will test it as well if net gas does. Let's take a look at gold. Not much going on compared to yesterday. Yeah, just a flat day, a little bit higher because dollar dropped in the morning and then bounced into the later day. So inversely correlated with the dollar. Still, let's see, hourly trend. Just shy of that double bottom here. So this could be an hourly head and shoulders. So right here, we bounce and we reject from this 1933 and come back down, break this neckline. That's a confirmed downtrend. So head and shoulders psychology of it is it going from an uptrend into a downtrend. We'll see if that happens or not, but it is starting to shape like one. Update pop in the dollar. Let's say the dollar is weak in the morning tomorrow, so this bounces, and then in the afternoon dollar strengthens. This is going to drop, and the next day dollar pops again. Well, this is going to confirm that luck. Gold. Not much going on. If the dollar goes weaker, then we can come up to test this 1940. But at the moment, I have to see if hourly head and shoulders ends up forming or it gets negated or not. If it gets negated, then we need to break this high, 1937. That would be a hourly uptrend continuing, and we'll likely head to 190. And the dollar on a daily strong bounce. So I talked about where this 150 is going to act as some strong support, as well as the 12 EMA, this teal looking line, because it's been bouncing off of that teal looking line here. It's just one off, but it's still bouncing off of here again. And today, looked like we broke 105, and that's just shy of touching that teal looking line, 12 EMA. See here, pretty much V-shaped. So from that level back above 105. So essentially, we held 105 pretty much. You can see right when we broke 105, you can see a little bit of bear volume come in, but then there is no more bear follow through. So we V-shape back of it. hence why the gold made an upper wick candle in the afternoon. Yeah, so no real signs of red flags for me on the dollar on the just on the daily chart. You can see this pivot low did not break this prior pivot low, so daily uptrend is still intact. If that continues to bounce, no signs of red flags for bulls because the trend is still intact and it may just continue. So if it bounces again tomorrow, go ahead to 105.6. And Jerome is going to be talking tomorrow and is pricing in for a rate hold. So probably not a lot going on tomorrow. The whole rest of the year is gonna be a rate hold already priced in, unless CPI data comes in really bad later this year. But none of that's will know what that would be. So no point guessing what CPI is gonna be in December or whenever. But as of now, no signs of rate hikes at this moment. So we'll see how the dollar trades and when Jerome announces a rate hold. All right. So pretty much exactly the same price action as gold. Made an upper wick, and then dollar strengthened in the afternoon, so it traded down. And let's take a look here. So yeah, not much to talk about on silver, other than the stuff that I updated yesterday. So looking at this big picture resistance, big picture support, and as the hourly trend is in favor of an uptrend, then silver is fine. Although silver just hit its resistance, 23.37, and you can see the relative weakness where gold held this double bottom here on this pivot for the hourly trend. Silver did not, so now silver is back to a neutral trend, going from an uptrend to a neutral. This rolls over and breaks today's low right here, 23.9. That's a head and shoulders confirming as well from an uptrend to a downtrend. See, very likely come down to $23 if that happens. Yeah, very key tomorrow. And that's all I got for you guys. And take a look at the stock market update video where I did QQQ, S&P 500, as well as a video of Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta. Did I miss one? But it's like, yeah, all 7 of the mega cap techs. And I'll be recording that video right after this one. And feel free to subscribe, like, or share if you guys made it this far or learned anything. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another update.